Yeah, same.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Good morning, Brenda. How are you?
Good morning. I'm hanging in there.
Good morning, Elsinia.
Good morning, Shonda.
So today we're talking about maternal health, and we're going to jump right into it. We have one of our ambassadors on the line. She is a working mom, so we're going to do this fast for her, and then we'll back things up and do it a little bit backwards. So Jamaica hosted a maternal health KTC for us a couple of weeks ago. And so we're just going to let her share her story with us. Jamaica, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thanks for having me participate with this.
And do you care to share about why you decided to host the KTC on maternal health?
Yes, I wanted to be a part of the change that needs to happen in the Black community. Our maternal health issues have gone unnoticed by most people, and I feel like once we create a community amongst ourselves, we will be able to help each other and make sure that these statistics go down.
I hope so too, because I think a lot of people aren't aware, like you said.
Are you able to tell us a little bit about your experience, how you went about selecting your doctor?
Yes, so I am currently trying to conceive a child. So knowing what I know about the high mortality rate of Black women, children, and in the childbirth process, I wanted to make sure that I found someone who would care and listen to my needs. So I started with choosing a Black woman doctor. I thought that would be a good place to start. Unfortunately, it wasn't. She just didn't quite show the concern or just see me as a person.
Yeah. I remember when we were talking the other day, I'm sorry that I cut you off, but you had said something about interviewing doctors. And I think that's a perspective a lot of people don't even think of when they are choosing a doctor, especially Black women. We probably just like, well, I guess this is who I've been assigned, or this is who someone recommended to me, versus thinking about the fact that they can kind of shop around a little bit, you know?
Yes. After speaking to Aisha with your organization, she actually gave me the idea and the confidence to just go out and start interviewing doctors on my own search. When I figured out that the doctor that I chose wasn't going to be a right fit, I started just looking at my insurance coverage, seeing who was covered, and then just started making appointments with different OBGYNs. I developed a list of questions that some are specific to my needs, but there are also some questions just, asking them if they're even aware of the high mortality rates of Black women.
That's a great question.
You'd be surprised at some of the responses that I get.
Wow.
I was going to ask you, what kind of responses have you had to that specific question?
One woman told me, I don't know anything about that, and then left it at that. And that just made my heart sink because she didn't show any care. Like, she didn't seem to care at all.
No empathy at all. Yeah.
I prefaced it telling her that it was a really important issue to me for obvious reasons, and then there's other doctors have just said, oh, well, we don't see color here, and we treat everyone the same. So I haven't really received any great responses. However, when I spoke to a midwife, she was extremely knowledgeable about the issue, and she went on telling me about the initiatives that they're doing as midwives to try to prevent mortality, in our community. So I will say the midwife had a great explanation, great answer, but the others lacked concern.
Wow. So when you have a doctor, so you have a doctor now that you're working with. Can you tell us how that process has gone? Because you said you're trying to conceive now, right? You're trying to have another baby.
Yes, I'm trying to conceive now. So the doctor that I initially chose to, my initial OBGYN, she's just a general practice OBGYN, told me that she didn't want to mess with my hormones, even though I already had a plan for my previous child. I already had exactly what worked.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't want to even try that with me. She automatically referred me to a fertility specialist. So now I'm paying out of pocket a lot of money just to get the care that I need. Even though, like, at the fertility clinic, they are kind of confused as to why I'm there, because it's not typically the kind of thing that they help with.
Wow.
But they are, nevertheless. So, yeah, that's kind of where I am now. It's not a very personalized approach, I will say that, as far as their care.
So you're still seeing your OBGYN plus
Interview.
oh yeah.
That's why you're interviewing,
That's
right?
right. So you're still interviewing. You're still in your process, right, while you're going to the fertility specialist.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay. I just wanted to get clear on your story.
And I really want to highlight that because I think some women don't even know that you have the opportunity to interview your OB. You know, I think a lot of us, I remember back when I was pregnant, because I had, Medicaid, it was just kind of whatever they gave me, I was just kind of like, okay, this is what I'm stuck with, right? And I'm sure that's a lot of women out there, but you still can, go under and see who covers what, and then interview them. And it's okay to do that. And I know, talking to Jamaica, I'm learning, that we have the power to do that. So I think that was very interesting.
Jamaica, what's one way you think women can advocate for themselves when they are getting poor service or not quality of care?
Yes, I experienced that recently and shared that with you, but I'll share it with everyone now. I had a poor experience at the place I'm going right now. I was just there was a point where the nurses weren't even looking me in the eye. They were answering my questions while I was sitting there. So I was really disappointed one day in several aspects of the process. So I just sent an email directly to the head doctor and copied the office manager, everyone whose email I could get a hold of, and sent it out there, listed, very organized, not me or nasty, but just stating the facts of my timeline and my experience with specific people. And then within a few hours, they were apologetic. I got 3 different people calling me saying, I'm so sorry, it won't happen again. And now I get treated like I think I should be. They look me in the eye, they actually answer my questions without looking in the way. So
I think that's important. Yeah, creating that paper trail. Yeah, getting something in writing to create a case for yourself, as your treatment continues. And I think that matters to people of all businesses, right? Like that matters more than just hearing you complain. But if you can get something in writing and get it to someone in charge, that's definitely a strong way. And I know I never thought of that.
I haven't either. And I also think about, sometimes we're just kind of like, well, we don't want to start anything. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, this has to do with our health.
Yeah,
like
it's your life.
Now, even with the nurse, I don't like the nurse with my OB, but talking to Jamaica, I'm like, well, I should do something, right? Mm-hmm. And write an email because she's just very dismissive. But there's just sometimes we need that reminder, you know, like you can do this, you can write an email, tell your doctor, like, hey, the nurse is acting this way, and just putting it in writing and telling an email and just letting folks know.
We had a question. We had a question that came up on Facebook, and somebody asked, do you think the racial bias is taught to doctors in medical school? And I don't know if it's taught from the teachers, but it's definitely Yeah, I don't know if it's a curriculum thing where they're like, oh, specifically go mistreat Black people, but it's definitely something that is passed down through that context, right? So through that learning environment, it is accepted and absorbed in some kind of way that you treat Black patients and brown patients differently than you treat the white patients. And to me, ultimately, I think that's just reflective of everything in our society, which is why we have to always be advocating for ourselves, you know?
Yes.
On mom groups that I'm in, sometimes they have complained and said because I'm in using like state insurance, I feel like they treat me differently, and like being Black or brown doesn't make it any better.
Oh,
So then there's also that, you know, like they feel like they get treated differently because they're on
that
yeah.
classist. Yeah, I can see
And
that for sure.
And there's so many stories out there. So make sure, so just a reminder, if you have issues in the doctor's office, have a problem with a nurse, the front desk people can be rude sometimes too. Make sure you put it all in writing, because all this can be, you know, recorded. And then let's say if you call and you're complaining about a pain you're having and they're just kind of being dismissive about it, and you called about 5 times and then something really happens and you end up in emergency room, you have record that you called about this problem this many times, and everything in writing can just protect you as well. And I mean, sue them, damn it, because they're your doctor,
right?
They're supposed to take care of you, and you're telling them
they're getting paid some kind of way,
right?
Your services.
You're telling them your concerns, your fears, your, you know, all these problems, and they're not listening to you. And this is proof. This goes back to you're not being heard.
Yeah.
So,
well, Jamika, we know you are a working mom, and we do not want to hold you up anymore. Is there anything else you wanted to leave us with your story before we hang up?
Well, when we spoke before, someone asked what we could do, you know, when you are in that childbirth phase, like right afterward, and you're experiencing those pains, like what kind of questions you can ask your doctor.
Yes.
And I don't have any specific questions, but I will say that I think it would be good if we all try to build up our team of advocates during our childbirth process and during, you know, while we're pregnant. Just have our partners or our parent, you know, our mom or dad, our friends, have them educate them about your concerns and, you know, the fact that you may need them to step in at some point during the childbirth process or after, you know. And I think if you build that team around you, that could really help, you know, empower them to speak up on your behalf.
definitely.
I like that. I like that a lot.
It's also like a doula and a midwife, but I know they're expensive. We know, you know, with good reason, right? Because they do amazing work. But I know that some folks don't have the ability to do that. But, you know, training someone is amazing. Train your partner, you know, whoever's with you, so then you can just read books together and be like, this is a red flag, right?
Yeah.
If I'm giving birth and this is going on, this is a red flag.
Yeah.
Say something. That's awesome advice. Thank you, Jamika.
Thank you for including me on this discussion.
No problem. We will be talking to you soon.
Yes.
Okay.
Bye.
Have fun at work. So she did have to go to work, but definitely, you know, we're still having these conversations. We're having our kitchen table conversations. If you want to join one of these conversations with Jamika, you know, with any of us, just go to our website. You can fill out a form right there. It's the Power Builders form. And then we will reach out to you to kind of set a time and a day so we can have a deeper conversation about this, because there's so much to talk about.
Yeah.
So I just was thinking about some of the things that Jamika was saying when she was saying just being able to advocate for yourself. Like, I remember last year when I was pregnant with Isaiah, I don't know if I shared with everybody, but I literally had to file a complaint at the doctor's office because they were doing like numerous amount of things. And I even started a paper trail with the nurse from Cigna, like she was calling in every day because I had monitors and different things that they had to come and install at work. And the nurses that were calling in, they were really good. But the staff at my doctor's office was crappy. And it's not like I didn't know they were crappy before, because I had that same doctor's office with Ami, and they didn't even bother following up when I told them that I had postpartum depression. Like, I never seen anybody until I got pregnant again with Isaiah. So like literally they didn't follow up. So I had reserves about going back there, but like Brenda said, I didn't know that I had the option to actually navigate and find, who could do what, where they could do it at. I thought, you're pregnant, you need to start getting prenatal care or you're going to be in big trouble. And so I just went with what I knew because I was familiar with them. And then they ended up causing me like problems during the delivery, like and before. And so I did have to file a complaint on the doctor. And I did call my dad and say, hey, this is happening to me and you might have to come here. And I even took it as far as calling a lawyer because I thought that what they had done to me by leaving stitches and different stuff and I was catching infections and I really thought that I was going to die, giving birth to my son. It was like a real thing. And I even shared it with Brenda. I didn't know how to feel about it. I could not get happy being pregnant because I was so concerned about all of the things that I had been through carrying him.
That's a good point you bring up because one of the things that we found out through our research, that since 1/5 of our respondents from our survey that maternal health of Black women, the maternal health was a big issue for them, and the same in COVID, right? And has increased since COVID-19 has shown up.
And when we're talking about our survey, just to clarify, we're talking about Black Women's Agenda.
Yes, sorry.
Macon Work Nevada did last summer. We surveyed Black women all over the state of Nevada, and this was their response. Their response was that they're, maternal health is important. They feel like they're not being heard, and it was just interesting how just open they also were of kind of just saying that. But now what we do now, our next step is to educate them and tell them that they have power and they have a say in their health. And someone just made a comment, shout out to Thad. He said that doctors need to stop being more dismissive and start listening because I hate that. I hate that they think that we don't know our own body. If something's wrong with me, I'm the first one to know. It goes back to even like being a mom, right? You know your child more than anybody.
Yeah.
Same thing with your body. So it's funny that pediatricians say that, right? Pediatricians will tell you, you as a parent know more about your child than anyone else, even than me. That's how my pediatrician tells me that. But why can't OBs and like our regular doctors understand that?
I don't know the answer.
Make it make sense. I just quoted Quentin.
The only thing I think, maybe they're overworked, who knows? But those speak to deeper systemic issues in our society about, doctors and who has access and what it costs to become a doctor and that kind of a thing. But regardless, like you said, you and your body is going to be important to you. And so just human to human, right? You would just think you have that basic level of empathy and understanding doing that kind of work.
There's a good episode. I just want to reference an episode in The Resident. This happened last year. And I remember because Erica was like, you need to watch this episode. I like doctor shows. Mm-hmm. But in the episode, a Black woman ended up dying because she was just bleeding and wouldn't stop bleeding. And the nurse actually was like, she's fine. And the husband was like, no, something's wrong. She's in pain. And they just kept ignoring her and kept ignoring her. And then she ended up passing. And the doctors were all kind of freaking out. Where it was like, well, it's a whole chain, right?
Yes.
Like you go to your nurse is supposed to tell the doctor. But if your nurse is also not going to your doctor, that's why you got to put it in writing.
Yeah,
that's exactly.
That was such a great point Jamaica made. I love that. But I want to talk about really quick. I know a lot of people watched the debate last night, and to tie it into maternal health and why that is relevant, right? They had a big little segment, I guess you could call it, on the Affordable Care Act.
Yeah,
and what that means to mothers, right? Because the Affordable Care Act was initially created to protect people with pre-existing conditions. Like that was the most popular thing about the Affordable Care Act that people really liked and ran with it. But that's one of the things that is in jeopardy right now.
And they did quote that being pregnant is a pre-existing
condition. Yes.
And then they did also talk about the insulin issue. Like they talked about insulin, right? And I thought about, my first thought was Shonda, because I remember, I don't want to put your business out there, but Shonda got diabetes during her pregnancy, just like a lot of women do.
Absolutely.
So can you imagine like being pregnant and then you have to pay for your insulin? Plus you still got to pay the medical bills. Are you kidding? I was just mad. But he said, people should just pay for their insulin. It's not that expensive. That's exactly what he said.
Yeah, I
I'm
saw
on
that.
insulin now. I'm
Definitely
diabetic.
expensive.
It is expensive.
Absolutely, it is.
Expensive. We're gonna talk about this, but yes. So I just wanted to include.
No, but that's a good point, right? Because gestational diabetes is a real thing, and would that then be considered? Who even knows, right? So this is one of the things that I thought about when we were watching the debates. Like, oh yeah, these are the reasons why we have to vote. These are the things that are on the ballot. It's protecting our rights and our safeguards in our society so we can live full lives.
But a good question for the audience for me would be like, if you are a mother who has the Affordable Care Act, like if it gets taken away, what plans do you have? Like, how is that going to affect your life? And I think it's important to get those stories too, because we got to go out there and be like, so many people need this.
Yeah.
Need it.
And how do you hold your elected officials accountable as a mother, right? And what your needs are as a mother. So we got another Facebook comment. Sean, you want to read it?
Somebody said that they're a registered cardiovascular technician, and they found that there is a difference in the treatment of doctors between men and women of color.
Wow.
And that's from somebody licensed doing the work.
Yeah, we know it's a real thing. I mean, there's been all kinds of studies that have shown it.
I just want to let people know you can say something.
Yeah.
I know I had to learn the hard way, and it wasn't even a situation of like my OB, right? It was just kind of something was wrong with my child, and my child ended up coding. And I was like, I don't want this nurse anymore because she didn't do her job. And after that, I had full. They messed up because they gave me power in the ICU, but because I get to choose. But I had the opportunity to choose who I wanted to take care of my child. So it's all around, just everywhere. You have the power to say things, and just what are they going to tell you?
Yeah.
What are they really going to tell you?
You might. I think a lot of people feel disempowered because, like they said, the doctors will dismiss them. It's easy to feel powerless, but one thing that Jamaica brought up that I thought was a great point was building your own team, your own coalition, being able to go to your support group, your advocate group, and say, these are kind of my concerns. I don't feel like I'm being heard. I need you to know this. Even ahead of time, during your process, during labor and delivery, make sure you're telling other people, this is what I'm feeling, this is what I'm dealing with, this is who I told, and this is what has happened. Because when you are probably in your most vulnerable state, giving birth, you need somebody else fighting on your behalf to get the treatment that you need. And so we all we got.
Advocacy.
That's what Aisha says.
Key. Someone just said advocacy is key. Yes. Build
Absolutely.
your team. But thank you, Jamaica. If you're still watching or getting ready for work, thank you so much for sharing your story. We did say we were going to walk things backwards today.
Yes.
So we definitely want to just encourage everyone, just get involved. It's called Walk It Like You Talk It because our point was to talk about different issues that Make It Work focuses on, and really going in depth with real stories and sharing real experiences on them. Walk it like you talk it.
Yeah.
And then, so definitely go to our website, makeitworknevada.org. Fill out our Build Power With Us form. We will reach out to you. Alsenia, Aisha, Shonda, or myself. One of us will reach out. We are on Facebook. You can definitely see us there too. DM us. I'm okay with DMing. I don't know if y'all are okay with it.
I'm okay with it. That's fine. But let's talk about our Wednesday win.
Yes.
Let's wrap this baby up.
Okay, I do have an announcement though.
Okay, go ahead.
This is our last episode. For those who haven't been seeing our page, this is our last episode for now. Mims is back, Make It Make Sense with Q. We had our first episode yesterday, the debate debrief. But it's kind of like, you got it. If you didn't, you didn't. But it keeps, on your toes, right?
Yes.
But our regular episode is tomorrow as well with Quentin. We're so excited because Mims is back for season 2, and then hopefully we're back after that.
Yeah,
I love
you'll
this.
Be seeing our beautiful faces again.
Our Walk It Like You Talk It segments, because they were fun, and definitely if you want to share your story and get on, go to our website. But yes, our Wednesday win.
Shonda, what you got?
Well, I don't have a personal one, but it's just been overtaking me. I am very, very excited because my mom is now a homeowner, so that's a family win for
Yeah,
us.
absolutely.
So that's my Wednesday win. My mom has been over there working diligently for a week, getting her new place together, and it's actually a home that we raised the 3 younger kids in. So she bought that house back and said they're stoked about going back home.
Oh, that's sweet. That's a great story.
Does she watch our segment?
She doesn't have a TV over there,
Oh, well, whenever
but
you
she
watch
will
this,
get one.
we miss you here at Make It Work. She
Yes.
was great. I do miss her a lot. I'm gonna get emotional because I really do miss her. I love
You're emotional these days.
I know. I've been crying every day. Don't judge me. I'm going to definitely miss her though. She was great. Her story has been shared here at Make It Work too. So I'm so happy for her.
Yeah, I'm happy for both of y'all.
So what's your one?
No, I'm hosting this.
Oh,
Thank you.
Oh man, I got 2. Can I share 2?
Yes, please.
I got a work one and then a personal one. So I'm officially moved out of my place, my apartment.
Yes.
We're officially in the house. So that's a weight off my shoulders this weekend. You know, I didn't do anything, but they finished moving all the stuff out.
Yes.
We turned in the keys, so it's over and done with, and we are happy in our new house, and everything's good. And then my work one was, y'all, for those who caught the segment yesterday, I was so happy and so proud of my little countdown. I've been celebrating my little countdown
It was really
on the
cute.
debate debrief for like days after I
loved
made it. I had to like sit down and I had to like tell my partner like, just watch for 30 seconds. Just watch this. And he was like, come a long way. And I'm like, I think so too. So don't be surprised the next time we come back with Walking Like You Talking, we got a cool little countdown too.
I want one. Love
But
it.
that's mine. What's
And
yours?
If anybody out there watching us, you want to share your story, you want to join us on our segment, shoot us an email or go to our website. I want to plug that again one more time because we definitely want to hear from you. We want to hear from the people in our community. We want to hear from the people that are watching us and listening to us because we do this for you, for all of us. But to wrap it up, my Wednesday win, I don't know. I can I just really be honest and transparent? I am struggling finding a Wednesday win. And it's not because like, oh, my life is so terrible, right? I'm just having a hard time recognizing some of the pluses. So this is just me being fully transparent and honest. I don't know what that is right now. And I'm sure there is a win in my life because I'm still breathing and I'm here. But yeah, I'm just in a rough spot. And I know we all go through rough spots. So I just wanted to come in with my full humanity and say that. So I'm happy for y'all. Y'all's Wednesday wins make me happy. And I celebrate you guys. And thank you everybody else out there for watching. And we'll see you in a few weeks.
Yes, and then stay tuned for the Wednesday wins because I think I'm still going to make a graphic and put it every Wednesday.
Yes, be sharing
so
it
we
with
can
us.
still be sharing our Wednesday wins because I want to hear everybody's. You know,
Same.
it's a
They
weird
make me
thing.
feel better. And sometimes hearing somebody else's win makes you realize like, oh yeah, I guess I do have a win. So yeah, please
Thank
share.
you all.
Bye guys.
I'll see you next time. See you tomorrow on Mix.
Oh yeah. Love Mims.
I do.
Because I like